What's up, guys? Grow Gang, peeps, Padawans. Welcome back to another edition of Way Back Wisdom Wednesday. Now, when it comes to this particular yodaism that I'll be sharing you from my past that I wrote, this was posted on February 20th, 2006. And the backstory to this particular yodaism is that I was surfing through YouTube like I always do when I'm bored, and I came across this song by Seether featuring Amy Lee, and the title of it was Broken, and the lyrics kind of spoke to me and started giving me an idea on top of the noggin right here. And like I said, always say, there's a method to my madness, and it really concerns the highs and lows of life. So without further ado, this is what I came up with as the others have entitled Broken. Albert Einstein once said, "The most important human endeavor is the striving for morality in our actions. Our inner balance and even our very existence depends on it. Only morality in our actions can give beauty and dignity to our loves." In the whole scheme of things, life is about having an equal balance of highs and lows, and yet at times it seems as if the lows outweigh the highs. If you think about it, we all go through the same lows, even though the situation may be different for each of us. Situations such as people talking behind your back, starting rumors, and or being accused of something you didn't do stem from a lack of maturity in which some, most, or all people haven't grown out of. Do you agree or disagree? Alright, on to the next. Essentially, that lack of maturity is oftentimes aimed in your direction because, quite frankly, people have nothing better to do with their own lives but to see others suffering, which is amusing to them. The mistake would be responding back because it only fuels the fire, and the more drama as well as anger you put on the fire, the flames are going to get higher to the point where it's out of control. It's just a matter of knowing the truth of a particular situation or people or persons involved, which is considered the water that puts out the fire that can totally burn not only you, but those around you that care about you. Though it may not be an instant, it will gradually die down once the truth is revealed. Without a doubt, we all want to see the good in people, and yet they can have two sides to them. In other words, a proverbial Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde persona, and it's this persona that will have you inevitably reevaluate friendships and probably adopt a new attitude because of it. We all must draw the line at some point when it concerns the people in our lives and say enough is enough, that it affects your outer balance as well as the inner balance to where it's been pushed way beyond its breaking point. It's at that point you either start cleaning out your closet, so to speak, of one's inner circle, or adopt a new attitude that initially will cause you to be either labeled the B word or an a-hole, but that's the price you have to pay. Alright, next paragraph. There comes a point where we begin to ask ourselves questions concerning the balance of life, not only outwardly but also inwardly too. Questions that concern life to where you ask the following. How do you keep going when people around you let you down? How do you deal with being hurt emotionally within your heart and yet still keep going on? How do you know whether or not to stick with certain friends or give up on them completely? Who do you go to when the friends you turn to aren't there for you? It's these particular questions and many others you may have that ultimately has one answer, which will always come up time and time again: God. And finally, someone once said, it's easy to get discouraged when things go bad, but we shouldn't lose heart because God is at work in our lives, even in the midst of pain and suffering. Remember, the next time your little hut is burning to the ground, it just may be a smoke signal that summons the grace of God. For all the negative we have to say to ourselves, the God has a positive answer for it. In retrospect, the life each of us lives is not an easy one, but we continue to wake up and thank God we have one, even though it may stink at times. In the end, it's when you feel like you've been broken both inside and outside, it's God who has the power to heal, as well as bring back balance to your life. And a song that somewhat reflects this thought is Broken by Seether featuring Amy Lee. And that, my friends, is the yodaism entitled Broken. Alright guys, Grow Gang, peeps, Padawans, as always, give your thoughts, musings, hate it, like it, dislike it, tolerated it, totally indifferent. Give your thoughts in the comment section below. And I'm going to make this short and sweet. Go to the comment section, as always, like I said. on this week's Way Back Wisdom Wednesday Yodaism of the Past. Then go to my links: Facebook, Twitter, Deviant Art page. Still haven't figured out what I'm going to draw there yet. I haven't fully locked in to draw on anything yet. Hopefully soon. My latest chapter for my Czech fan fiction is entitled When Nature Calls. Oh, before I forget, I'll also have the YouTube link of the song by Seether featuring Amy and Lee in the description area of this underneath the video as well. And I'll be working on my newest Yodaism for this week. Hopefully this week or this weekend. Hopefully I'll post it either by this weekend, by the end of this weekend, or next. Alright guys, with that said, have a good one.